Alright, and then that goes there, and then this goes here, and then we pick up where we left off. Alright. So, as you might have guessed from the description, you probably want an explanation of that weird description, don't you? Well, I've been thinking about this a bunch, and last time I was trying to rush this, I figured the fastest way to take her out would be to just take as many cities from her as possible till her economy collapses. It's not really happening, though. She's apparently got all the food she can want. So I was thinking about it. I came to an interesting conclusion. Oh, hey, hello, what are you doing? Get to work, you lazy bums. Every city needs at least 2 demon lords in it. And that's gonna have to be how I should not attack or take anything unless I can put 2 demon lords in it. I should slow down. Now, why would slowing down be faster? Well, it comes down to this. These battles are taking forever. And because these battles with a single demon lord take a really long time to complete, it ends up making the turns take way longer. 2 demon lords will deter a lot of battles, and the ones that do happen, they'll clear up way faster. This means that I'll be giving her more turns to research and drought and all that, but I think it ends up being a net faster game. Okay, we're actually pretty badly hurt. This is actually kind of bad. There's only 4 enemies here. This might be a breach right here. That could be problems. They could fit a lot of things through very quickly. Okay. Possession? No, can't possess. Actually, I could. It's just unlikely. This one doesn't have the invulnerability Lionheart that's been giving me so much trouble. Good. You guys went the wrong way. Ha ha ha. Very good. Let me see. Ow! It looks like it is going to be a breach then. Is that it? Oh, no, we held. Either way, this temple has nothing in it now. Or this tower. Still, at least I killed your entire army. Haha. Technically, it's a win. Alright, I need to plug that hole immediately. Oh my gosh. Yep, they're pouring through the tower already. Oh man, they're such a pain because they're cold immunity. What can I do? That Lionheart. That makes this more difficult. If only I had something like counter magic. I could web it. I could back prayer. I could darkness, weakness, wrath. I don't have anything good. Hey there. Oh my gosh, this is bad. That can see me. I'm gonna lose this city. They took the tower. Wow, we're off to a terrible start. An absolutely awful start today here. And 3 buildings were wrecked somehow. Paladins. They just have to wreck stuff. Great. That was the best place to summon demon lords to plug the hole. How much gets through? Oh, hi, random monster. Ah! Wasn't supposed to do that. No, that's the city that was hit. Huh. Alright. Where did you come from? Where did this thing come from? This is bugging me. There. Doggone it. What is this? It lives. Finally. Alright. Well, that wrecked a lot of buildings in this poor city. Fine, whatever. I gotta plug that hole. Alright, there's a few different ways I can approach this mess. Where is it? Here we are. Okay, pretty good there. Alright, that's a partial covering. This should actually be okay if I can hold it for a turn. This city has nothing guarding it now. I'll need to do something about that very soon. Well, I mean, if you're gonna leave it wide open like that, I'm gonna take it. Let me see what else can I do. I think the most important thing is that I move my summoning circle over here. And we're just gonna kind of demon lord. Oh, this one already had 2. Whoops. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. I don't even mind. We're going to put clouds of shadow on every city in this plane, as well as double demon lords. Magic resistant. Very important, that detail. Yeah. Heck, I might even throw a demon lord over to guard this node here. But we're gonna go slow and hope for less encounters. God, I wish she'd cut that out. I suppose I could snipe her capital. It would likely be very expensive, though. She has less and less cities. She's got way too much mana. She can throw down all the droughts she wants. It won't break her bank. Alright, let's see. Very good. Okay, excellent. Poof. No, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna put 2 demon lords up there. And then I'm going to be ready to put 2 demon lords in the other one, and then we're going to move on. I'm not going to try to guard that down there. There's slow, and then there's just plain unnecessary. I can just put a magical straw in there when she finally does beat my guardian spirit. Speaking of magical straws, where's that spell? Now, the next one goes here. In. Ah, yes, of course. I don't know why this town didn't have its skeleton contingency, or contingent, but it will now. And that'll be enough to keep the settlers out, at least. Last thing we want is a bunch of settlers settling our city. You're just a superfluous demon lord. 2, 2, 2. Okay. Excellent. I think every city here has 2, except for that one. I'm just going to put an extra demon lord here. It's fine. That one gets attacked the most frequently by far, or at least it has. Okay, now, if I'm right, she shouldn't attack. She might cast a drought, or 2, but she can't attack because she's afraid. Where are her high-end summons, I wonder? Hey, how's it going? Excellent. Okay, this will be so much faster. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop down our summoning circle here. And we're going to twin cast Demon Lord. And we're going to throw down our resist magics. Well, I only started 15 minutes ago, so... But that's because I was super late. Okay, no, we're good. Oh, man, so many buffs on her cities. It's ridiculous. Alright, before we move out, I think it's very important that I put Cloud of Shadow on every single city in this plane. Anybody who doesn't have a Cloud of Shadow needs one. And the same goes for Heavenly Light. You seem to have turned funny colors. I can wait. Oh, it is 4:48 a.m. Yeah, I stay up. I wake up at like 1 p.m. and I stay up till like 6 a.m. That's my schedule. But no, seriously, where's her high-end summons? She should have something. I don't even see low-end summons other than spiders. Was spiders the most powerful spell she ever learned? Look at me. I have spiders. Well, that's all the summoned might I'll ever need. Alright. And then we drop. Yep, Cloud of Shadow plus Heavenly Light. They go together like peanut butter and chili sauce. Actually, no, they work together perfectly. They don't make any sense, but they do actually work together. I would not try peanut butter with chili sauce, though. That would probably not work at all. Don't do that. I've mentioned this before, I had a economics teacher back in high school. Every day he'd come out and he'd eat ho-hos in front of us with mayonnaise on them. We all were grossed out by this. Ooh. He doesn't even have summons in his capital. Look at this. Warlocks, which terrify me. Nightmares, which are pretty dynamite union. And a full 6 heroes. Huh. Yeah, we're not going to fight that. Alright, let's go ahead and... Considering my options for a second here. Do I have anything that kills enemy units? No, not pestilence. Not droughts. Not evil presences. Nope, can't do anything to mess up their army. Alright, I guess we're just gonna hit this Beastmen city. It's probably gonna kinda suck. Ooh. Ha, yeah, you better annihilate that thing. Full-on Hydra. That's ridiculous. Catapult, not so much. Maybe, is the Hydra losing to Manticores? Maybe it's not as big a deal as I thought it was then. Oh well, never mind. Whoops, I thought I had the catapult. Whoops. Oh well. This one's easy. Now that I've got a turn, they won't get a turn. Well, I guess they will actually. I can't quite take them all out, can I? Yes, I can. I was worried more things would have survived that wave. Okay, there we go. Wow, this city's got a deficit, does it? Still has. Oh well. 20 casting skill a turn is still a big deal. Heavenly Light and Cloud of Shadow. Alright. Shaman in Circle. We'll pop in our Demon Lords and roll over to the next one. Karn's Soul looks like my next target. I have a casting skill of over 700. Not my just cause! That's actually probably will hurt my taxes quite a bit, actually. Ah! Well, share some of that flatbread, why don't you? I'm hungry! I'm starving. I'll put cheese and, I don't know, oregano and who knows what else all over it. It'll be great. No battles, not even one. Ah, that feels good, and I'm not wasting tons of resources casting spells either. Yeah, this city should probably all be full of skeletons if they were gonna really produce. But nah, the Demon Lords own this world. This is a Demon Lord world now. Just magic-resistant Demon Lords. It's awful hard to exorcise someone who's got an extra plus, what is it, +5 resistance? No, it can't be +5. Yeah, +5. It's that good. Good grief. Oh, that would be just a start. I'd probably get all kinds of creative with it. I like cooking, actually. I like cooking a lot. Believe it or not, there was a time when I seriously considered making a cooking channel on YouTube. I was seriously considering it at one point in time. But I chose this instead. No, keep casting Black Sleep. Don't dispel stuff. This is a champion. Or, man, after all that, he must be like super drowsy though. He's just like, no, mustn't sleep. Need sleep, mustn't sleep. Need sleep, mustn't sleep. Oh, wow, that survived? A Minotaur is really that tough? Holy crap. Oh, well. Alright, we got a full party right now. That Earth Elemental is a problem. It's filled us up. Yes, I would have been a mighty sorcerer in fact, wouldn't I have been? Although I actually don't make a lot of sauces, actually. No! He was too good for this world, alas! Oh, man, we wrecked the place. Ooh. Oh, excellent. That is really great news. They all tend to level up together. It takes them forever to do it, but when they finally do, they just all go off at once. It's amazing. Yeah. No, that helps a lot. But I still won't risk them into this mess. I mean, look at this. She's got a wall of fire, cloud of shadow, stream of life, so her units will heal if I don't kill them. Heavenly Light is in play. Oh, man. And then Warlocks on top of all the heroes. No, we'll just keep slow rolling. You want a super simple recipe for popcorn? Super simple. I like to, when I do that, you just get one of those cheap popcorn poppers that you can get them anywhere. You can get them used from Value Village probably at any time of year, any place, I'll bet. You know what I'm talking about, the super cheap ones that tend to burn out after a few years, or anytime you load up too many kernels at once. Anyway, so assuming that you've got a thing to pop it with, like that, the popcorn itself is cheap, but the butter, you melt it in the microwave, do not let it boil. This is especially a problem if you use frozen butter, because you tend to still have a lump that's still frozen. While the rest of it's trying to boil. You do not let it boil. That changes the flavor. And try to put in, after it's mostly melted, sprinkle in just a little bit of cheese. That's what I like to do when you melt that into the butter. I mean, you do end up with a lump of cheese at the bottom of whatever it is you melted it in. I usually use a cup. But, I mean, you could always just dump that right in the popcorn. You'll just have a lump of cheese in your popcorn. It's fine. But the trick is Parmesan cheese, salt, and then just this stuff. Parmesan cheese. You just on your popcorn. It's awesome. What? Not everything has to be complicated, you know. You just have a super, super simple recipe once in a while. Nobody ever, like anytime you watch any kind of cooking show, they want to do like, here's a 500-step process to make this thing that looks beautiful. Okay. But what if I'm just lazy? What if I just want to throw something together that tastes nice and will be ready in, 10 minutes without a whole lot of effort? I am unaware of any cooking show that just does that. Just simple, easy things. Wow, you didn't meld this? You got that one, I see. Huh, you melded all the nodes I left open for you, did ya? Why, thank you. Oops, wrong button. This will be mutually beneficial. I clear them, and then I take half the prize. Well, I took all the prizes, and then half the power that you get for melding it. And I'm not even guarding it. She keeps dispelling these. Oh well, as long as it keeps her busy. You know what, I feel like using drain power for an entire turn. I'm gonna see just how much damage I can do to her in one turn. That's a lot of magicians. Oh crap, somebody lost their focus magic, didn't they? Priests? I won't get hit with as much dispelling. Oh, can't go in there. No. Can't go into that place. I'm gonna rebuff my heroes. Makes sense. Yeah, that Doom Bolt. Frickin' Warlocks. Alright, let's see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, let's see. You survived. No, you didn't. And another one. The one that wouldn't give in to despair was just blasted. You can get them anywhere. You can get the... Oh, the popcorn poppers. Oh, yeah. I gave a super easy, lazy, cheap recipe for popcorn. Good popcorn. Yeah. I was just talking about, you know, how when you watch a cooking show or something, at least all the ones I've ever seen, it's like, here's like a 500-step process to make this really elaborate meal, and you never get like, here's a super cheap, lazy way to make something in like 5 to 10 minutes that still tastes good. You know? So I gave an example with popcorn, but the real trick is you add some Parmesan cheese. Just some Parmesan cheese, and it's in how you do the butter. You don't let the butter boil. You melt it, but you don't boil it. I like to melt a little bit of cheese into the butter, but, you know, you consider that optional. I don't think anyone else does that. And, yeah. Oh, we're gonna get into a mana draining war in a second. I just need to rebuff my heroes. Ugh. How many buffs exactly have been dispelled? Oh, hi! You attacked the one place that has 3 demon lords. The one place. There's no way you can take this, you know. You know that, right? These resistances are pretty high. But... wish I could have more enchantments over this battlefield. Could use Animate Dead. I could use... Why is your defense 2 points higher? You're the same level, but this one has oh, it's endurance, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Third time. Oh, hey, I got one. Okay, great. Having a bit of trouble fighting each other, huh? Still, that caused some damage. Alright. We're just gonna stick to this possession strategy, I think, because the alternative is Reaper Slash. So... that guy, he's higher level, so he has an extra point. Oh, yeah! Okay. Why can't they do damage? They have more attack power than defense. Oh, because they all have Lionheart. That's why, of course, that do it. I think I remember there being something about a bug where if you possess enemies and summon demons, it would crash. Something like that. So I'm going to avoid summoning more demons. until stuff dies. Hooray for the Black Prayer, making mine have the edge. Excellent. Seriously, why do you attack 3 Demon Lords? It was an annoying army, but it had no chance of winning. Good grief. I mean, unless my Demon Lords decided to melee them. Oh, I think I saw a monster. A wandering monster. Yep, I did. I did saw a wandering monster. Oh, right. I'm all flying. They can't do anything about that. You know, that or the terror got them. Ooh, I bet the terror got them all. Back onto the Spell of Mastery. Still, last time I clicked on it, it said 200 turns. Somebody here. There we go. Alright, let me see. Put a summoning circle here. Drop a pair of Demon Lords. Give them that critical resist magic. Now I think that you should never play Death without having at least 1 blue spellbook so you can pick up resist magic. Trade for it if you have to. It seems to be critically important. Alright, we're gonna see what buffs are we missing. Some people have been hit with dispels. There you go. You're welcome. Has anyone lost their flight yet? No, no one's lost their flight. Good. I think someone may have lost their endurance, though. 2 someones. Okay, excellent. Now, I don't want you people missing, so let's make sure your weapons are blessed. We've probably got all or almost all in play. Oh, I don't want to fight magicians. I want to take a turn of just hammering her with... Where is it? It's this way. Oh, there it is. Okay, she is at 16,700. Let's see what we can do. 727. Alright, next turn we'll get her good. Next turn we'll hammer her with everything and see just how far we can drain her mana. This is gonna be fun. I don't want you. Why am I so stingy? I have 20,000 mana in the bank, and I'm like, no, I don't want to spend 1 mana per turn. In 20,000 turns, that alone would deprive me of my entire treasury. Assuming I didn't make anything in that time. No, I seriously want to see just how much I can drain in a turn. Right now. How much damage can I do? I'm willing to bet the answer is a lot. And I'll gain some casting skill too, which is nice. Alright. 15,700, 732. I'll comment upon that in a second. I'm holding numbers in my head. Holy crap! How many times can I cast this thing? When you get your casting skill beyond a certain point, this just gets to be kind of broken, doesn't it? I only gained 3 casting skill. Holy crap. I just took like 8,000 mana crystals from her. I just took more than half her mana crystals in a single move with that. Whoa. More effective than I expected. It grows less effective the less they have on hand, of course. But as I am breaking her economy, I need to warp her remaining nodes. Wow. That really cut into her. Wow. Well, like it or not, I'm gonna have to go up against magicians now. Fine, whatever, let's just do it. Endurance. Holy weapon. Holy armor. I have to remember all the things what they do. Endurance, holy weapon, holy armor. Master. Probably doesn't matter since I'm a super prayer master. Holy weapon, holy armor, and was it endurance? I hope it was endurance. Yeah, I used to hoard in video games. Like Final Fantasies and stuff especially. I would hoard all the items. Every consumable item. I'd hoard them all. And then I'd get to the last boss. And almost all of it would be completely useless by that point. Oh look, I'll spend a turn throwing a firebomb that does 6 damage apparently. You weren't expecting that, were you? What game's that? I've gotten somewhat better about using consumable items, but only somewhat. Settlers? You mean Settlers of Catan? I didn't know Ubisoft had the rights to that. Let's see. Okay, Holy Weapon. Okay, I think Holy Armor was... Was it you? Okay. I don't know that one. Are you gonna slowly try to recover your mana after what I did? I don't think you'll be able to. I should probably put Just Cause back in play. I have a Just Cause. Demon Lords. Those are a Just Cause, right? I'm fighting for Demon Lords so that they have a place in your world. They're nice, trustworthy neighbors. And, all of these. Taking all the power from your lands. That's also a Just Cause, right? Feels like a Just Cause to me. Okay. Here come the Dispels. Ooh, you got a Demon Lord down. Ooh. Well, that's expensive. Usually you go first. It's weird that I've never heard of Settlers before. Huh. And there were 7 of them. Eh, whatever. Just fire. Ubisoft should take the rights to Master of Magic and remake that with a functional online multiplayer. We would all cheer. Even people who aren't generally Ubisoft fans would be like, hell yeah! Sometimes you get a Hydra, sometimes all you get's a magic spirit. I like it. I like Pandora, or is it Pandora's Box? Yeah, I think it's Pandora's Box. I like it. Yeah, being an adult is awesome. If we want to wake up and eat candy for breakfast, there's no one to tell us we can't. If we decide that we want to stream $500 worth the actually, what was it, the last phone bill? $700? I forget. If we wanna spend an exorbitant amount of money on phone bills because we have ridiculous hobbies like streaming videos, there's no one to tell us we can't because we're adults now. Actually, I think I'm gonna do a possession. Surprise! 2 units. Not bad. Let's see if we can finish. Good, good. Their magicians never got a turn. Happiness. Alright, let's see. Well, I would like to have a slightly different set of enchantments, but Heh. Should have probably hit the archer instead. Your phone being a pain? You just left it running all the time? I don't think I use even that much. And lately I've started, since for the first time in my life I have a fancy phone, I've been streaming YouTube and stuff on it. Because of course I've been. Got one. Oh no, not Black Prayer. Alright. Man, can't I make an artifact that gives a minus whatever spell save and then equip it on myself instead of a hero? Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, if you use it to make a hotspot for your laptop, yeah, that would probably burn up your stuff real fast. That'd probably use a ton of data, yeah. Having 2 Demon Lords makes the fight so much easier when they actually come, although admittedly the only things that are attacking me are generally nastier stuff. But, yeah. It's funny. I don't think that there's any other school of magic that would care so much about the, Mammoth Riders. But I'm the one spell that deals cold damage. Is in my repertoire. The one spell that matters that does cold damage. I mean, you know, there's a couple other things like Ice Storm, but yeah, it's not. Ice Storm's not terrible. It has its uses, but yeah. 2 Warlocks. That's pretty nasty. Did somebody have something dispelled? I think someone had something. I know someone had something dispelled. Well, no matter. Alright. Foof. Slice and dice. First strike. Excellent. Oh, what now? Foom. Foom. There we go. I think we got the targets down. Yeah. So it would appear. I don't normally go in for spells like that, but you know what? If there was ever a time to drop evil omens... Alright. She's recovering her MP quickly. That says a lot about her economy. Despite all the damage I'm doing... Still, these turns are flying by with so little combat in them. What? Did I forget to summon a pair of demon lords in the city? No, that can't be right. What? No, I must have. Huh? How did I forget to put demon lords in the city? I swear I summoned 2 demon lords, didn't I? Didn't I? It's a very interesting sword there. Huh. Well, I guess I'll have to go back and correct that. I turned the graphics of the YouTube streams way down because, I mean, when your screen is like this big, I mean, do you need 720p or whatever the default had been? I certainly didn't. And then I started just listening to a lot of videos and not actually watching them, and just went, you know what? I could just set it down to 100 whatever p, like the lowest setting that it'll allow. And it's like, well, it never lags now. Ever. Yeah. Huh. I didn't defend this one. That's embarrassing. Well, the city's gonna get more messed up. Yeah, she's recovering MP like crazy right now. Yeah. On the subject of feeling sick, you know what I should do? I should wraith form these. It's funny, because to a certain extent, yes, but usually, if I just go to work anyway, I don't know quite how to say it. Like, you just... I generally will, you know, I'll be feeling a little bit sick, I'll go to work, and I'll just not be sick. And then I'll come home, and then it'll hit me again, and it'll just be like, oh, I feel awful. I don't know why that is. It's the weirdest thing. It just is. You couldn't kill an entire platoon with a single arrow? Lousy low-end heroes. Anyway, but yeah. I had for years, one of the first things I learned when I started working was, you could never be sick on a Sunday, because then they wouldn't be able to send anyone in, and basically my boss would have to come in. And I was a graveyard shift, so it was very clear to me. Don't be sick on a Sunday. And then also it was, you had to call in, if you were going to be sick, you had to call in before noon. But you see, as a graveyard shift, who slept, I believe I slept until like 3 p.m. at that point in my life, I had to basically predict before I went to bed if I was going to be sick when I got up. If I didn't correctly guess, I'd just have to either go to work or have called in and then wake up and go, oh shit, I'm not sick after all. Well, it's too late now. So I was like that for like 8 years of graveyard shifts. Maybe 10 years. I'm not even sure anymore how long it was. I eventually got pretty good at guessing, but I had quite a few days that I went into work feeling horrible. That happened more than a few times over the years. I don't drink the chemicals that I work with, you know? And I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't make me feel not sick. I don't inhale them. I don't, I don't smear them all over my body. I wear gloves. I mean, we have a few chemicals that are really terrible things, but I don't even... Very, very rarely do we have to pull out, like, the vandal remover or anything. Or the biological cleaning agents. You ever hear of consume? Or liquid alive? Literally, just a big gallon jug that just says alive on it. It's full of bacteria. Bacteria that eat other bacteria. You don't use that stuff every day. You don't use that stuff every year. That's for when there's a problem. Oh, that ends my turn. Darn it. You found my one weakness. You can end my turns like that. Curse you! No, it's a great strategy. Back when these roads had infinite movement, before the mods, you'd just drop a couple of night blades out in the roads, and the enemy, it'd hit the road and try to follow along, and they'd crash into a night blade, and it would stop, and you get into a fight, and you'd have time to react. Haven't done that in forever. Alright, I'm gonna warp the nodes. It bothers me that despite all the ridiculous damage I've done, she's still a net positive. Her income. It's not too late for me to decide to throw, evil presence on every single city she has. But I'm not a big fan of negatives. I like things that make my side stronger. What is an Aeon? What is the context? Alright, got them all. I still have casting skill. Suppose I could always start throwing life wards around on my cities too. Ooh, that reminds me. I haven't been putting Cloud of Shadows down. Or Heavenly Lights. Okay. Maybe that'll give her something to think about other than droughting my cities. Actually, she hasn't been doing that lately. Oh, okay. Ah, you're talking about Kingdom of Loathing. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna eat. My character will eat, drink, and just take this as a holiday. And then, tomorrow we'll pick up and finish the war. It was posted. Was it you who posted? Someone posted a thing on how I could wipe out both sides. Like, oh. Boo. I wanted it to last forever. But I do need to put down clouds of shadow on every city still. Alright. Well, let's just eat our doom bolts. Don't you want to target the person you just doom bolted twice? She's on her last legs. Holy crap, that did a number on her. Can you still? Can I still what? Use a still to brew alcohol? I mean, we are talking about Kingdom of Loathing, last I checked. Still images? Stand really still? Oh, still wipe out both sides. Yes, apparently. Somebody did all the math and posted it to Discord. I'd have to open my Discord to see who it was. It was something like I had it, I guess, exact for one side, and the other side I needed to just defeat one, I think it was defeat one hippie and then do the 2 frat boy quests. And it would work out perfectly, apparently. Yeah. Alright, let me see. Yes, by all means, massage the land, make it fertile. I would like that. Well, the demon lords who are going to inherit this world might like that. Then again, maybe they do want it to be one giant festering swamp with which to hunt down their prey. Who knows? That one cave keeps producing hordes of monsters. It's unbelievable how much comes out of this one cave. Holy crap. What's going on there? Some kind of incredible breeding program? Alright, team. Alright, in. Resist magic. Alright. Ow. Ow more. And I have to cast all the buffs over again now. Oh, that's not good. These summons might be a serious issue to trying to res my hero. I'm just gonna try to res her now and hope she doesn't get hit again. Since I can't heal. Alright. That went fairly well. Alright, now we have to redo all of our buffs. On to Madoka. Once again. That's okay, I don't mind. They're doing a good job, my heroes. They deserve this. How that flight had gotten missing, though. Play 1 and 2 and... Oh, don't play 3? Did they switch companies, or did they just lose touch with what the franchise was about? I really do kind of want to Wraith form them all, if for no other reason than it protects against webbing. Alright, might take us a couple of turns to get our Demon Lords before we move to the next one. Now that that's one spell's gone, that one event's over, it will be a slow roll. Just look at how many spells she has. Prosperity, Peace Altar, Heavenly Light, Stream of Life, Nature's Eye. Not that the Peace Altar helps her much, considering that, yeah. Considering that she started this war with me. 12,500. Yeah, rushed. That's the story of most of the games that have most games that aren't so hot. You hear that it was because they were rushed out the door. Most of the time, that seems to be the tale. Drat. Alright, you have a possession ready. Get him. Yeah. Darn. I was hoping I could possess more of them. Oh well. Risen. I think I've heard of Risen. Yeah, that happened with Troika. I mean, I've talked a great deal about Troika games because, you know, I literally streamed all of the games the company ever made. They were amazing. I love Arcanum. Temple of Elemental Evil proved to be awesome as well. But, man, they got screwed over with Vampire the Masquerade being forced out early. Okay, good. One more instant... Oops. One more instant Demon Lord. Just add water. Or was it just add evil? Arcania. Somebody needs to go to all these companies, smack them upside the head, and explain to them you need a name that stands out. Please do not name your game anything that is generic sounding. If it's got the word dragon in it, try again. Arcania. I'm sorry. It could be like, let's see, I've got Arcanum. I've got, let's see, Axiom version. No, I do not have Arcania, and it sounds familiar, but it's just one of those generic names, you know? Oh, we're gonna get a bunch of stuff dispelled here. Hey, how's it going? Sword also. Any game with sword in it should be renamed too. Crap. I'm not gonna remember who needs what buffs. Oh well. Yep. I think Mystic Quest had a particularly funny thing with that, where there were countries where Final Fantasy, basically it just became Mystic Quest in some countries, essentially. And Overlord becomes Supremacy in Europe. I thought Overlord was a cool name. We're talking like a way ancient DOS game, not there's another series more modern called Overlord. I don't know what it's about, but I know it exists. Oh hey, a city that actually produces money. Good. Perpetually losing money because I can't spend it on anything. I believe it was something like, it was going to be Squaresoft's final attempt to make a game. It was their last game that the company would make because it was going out of business. So, Alex. Ah, okay. Not a single rebel. How is it possible? Do Beastmen and Clacons just get along? The High Elves don't have a single rebel either, but they at least have a skeletal horde. But Draconians, they hate bug people. Drat, I need a second Demon Lord here. Well... She's definitely stabilized her MP. Haven't been able to get rid of those yet, huh? Those evil presences are still in play. Drat. So many debuffs. Oh, hey, I did Wraith form them. How about that? Crap. Hi, how's it going? Okay, and from here, they all give in to despair. Once we're inside their city walls. What's going on here? There they go. I was beginning to wonder, wait a minute, they're not undead, are they? Ugh, that's why I gave them Wraith form. Of course. We're gonna have to pause till I rebuff and get more stuff. Autocorrect? Ah, crap, look at all this stuff. They're just Wraith formed. Alright then, well, I'm gonna try to use Possession. Got one. Okay. Darn, just a regular garden variety death demon. Ah, here we go. Spellcaster. Possess. That one. Excellent. They don't seem to have as many buffs as the ones you were sending at me before. Darn. Another death demon. Ah. I see. There it is. Possess. That one must be undead. Okay, well, I can't use many of the things I want to use on you lot, but I can Reaper Slash ya. Okay. She also hasn't been summoning paladins much of late, which is good. Alright, there you go. Yep. Yep. Anything for more casting skill at this point. Money is not an issue anymore. But casting skill is the constant ceiling I'm grinding against. Okay. So I have a whole pile of buffs I need to get on before they can move again, lest I lose them to Crack's calls. Okay. Oh, yeah. Reincarnation 125. But then it's going to be quite a lot of work to unlock your new stuff. I'm still getting the last of it right now. I'm on a run trying to get the balance trophy, so I can have its heritage. Nope, I still haven't done Master of Orion. There's some really cool, I guess I'm just gonna call them fan sequels that were in the works. I haven't looked at them lately. Last time I looked, 2 of them had been combined into one project somehow, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. Alright. Yep. I really tend to think of Realm Grinder as more of a puzzle game than an idle game. I mean, it is an idle game, definitely, but I think its heart is a puzzle game. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. Alright. Well, it's 6 a.m. I'm going to need to go to bed. I'm going to use what casting skill I have. Oh, I have quite a bit left. I'm going to try to sort out all of the buffs on these heroes. And then I'll end the turn. And tomorrow... No, not tomorrow. Monday, we'll continue. Let's see what we've done. She seems to finally be losing mana. With the sheer volume of spells that she's maintaining, I figured it had to be inevitable. Once I can get her to losing mana, I can start hitting her with drains again. Because that was amazing. If I could drain away her mana, I might actually be able to get her entire thing to collapse. Because once these go away, like once she loses Stream of Life and Prosperity and all that, that would absolutely cripple her if I could pull that off. Somehow she just didn't find a good summon this game. I figure the next time is definitely end. It's definitely over to next time. She has to be broken at this point. It's not a very fast fall. It's actually really slow. Her military. It's not that my military is catching up, even though that's what it looks like. I know that's because it's her military falling. As she can't feed it all. She still hasn't melded that one. Guardian spirits can be a pain in the butt to take from. Alright. Usually I'll just summon multiple magic spirits and stack them on a node. Yeah, I know. I get that. I have the same thing. World kill spell? Oh, you mean, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about, Final Wave. Not much. It's kind of a terrible spell. It's among the worst spells in the game, honestly. It kills every single unit, has to make every single non-summon. The summons are immune, so this is immune. But anyway, if this were a regular unit, it would have to make a saving throw with its resistance or die. So basically, if you've got 10 resistance, you're immune. If you've got 9 resistance, you've got a 10% chance of dying. 8 resistance, you've got a 20% chance of dying, and so on. The thing is, you don't see their resistance stats. The thing is, any unit that's any good has a high resistance for the most part. I mean, it would absolutely devastate someone with berserkers. Stag beetles only have an 80% survival chance. So, you know. And those are a mass-produced unit. Also, it hits your own units as well as your enemies. So, there's that too. I mean, it would absolutely devastate barbarians. There's a couple of races that would just straight up hose, but most of the time, it's like, well, let's find. It's not really all that well built up. But anyway, look at this. Warlocks, immune. Nightblades, okay, Nightblades actually have low resistance, so you'd lose, you know, a third of your Nightblades. I don't have here the Nightmares, but they'd just be immune. We can go over to one of these cities and we can see magicians. Actually, Beastmen have kind of low resistance. Don't we have a city with, whoops. Do I have a city that has Minotaurs? Do I? Here we go. Minotaur. Oh, actually, Minotaurs could... Oh, but this is at level 0. This is if they have no levels. If they come out, since there's a war college... Okay, there isn't a war college. But anyway, most of her cities have war colleges, so her Minotaurs are a minimum of level 2. So, you know, they'll have even more resistance on top of that. Okay, I'll take a look at it. So, Demon Lords in the base game, their stats are probably a little bit different because everything's been rebalanced, but there's one, I can point out to one big difference between Demon Lords in the base game and Demon Lords in the mod. Well, two. First of all, he gave all of the major summons this ability. It just basically lets you hurt things that have high defense values. This was added to all the high-end summons specifically because heroes could get defense scores so high that nothing could hurt them, and he wanted to make sure that high-level summons could, you know, still bring down even the strongest heroes. But Primal Force is the biggest thing. They used to have a maintenance cost of, I think it was around 10 or 12, something like that. Now, they give you 12 power per turn instead of having a maintenance cost, which is just absurd and broken. It's kind of cool, but it's absurdly broken. It was 10. Didn't they always? They always had quick casting. They could summon 2 demons in a turn, always. I'm sure of that. Well, it's kind of a win more mechanic. I mean, that was something, you know, when I used to play Magic the Gathering a whole lot. You know, that would be how you describe certain cards. You'd be like, "This is the most broken card ever," and you know, we'd look at it and be like, "No, that's a win more card." You've already won the game if you're playing that card. So, what good is it? And that's kind of what this ability is. For this to matter, you'd need to summon a lot of Demon Lords. If you have a lot of Demon Lords, you've already won the game. I've already won this game at this point. We're just doing the wind-up so I can finally say I've beaten this difficulty. Today clinched it. I mean, unless she pulled the Spell of Mastery out right now, and I'm unable to break these heroes, it's entirely possible that I can't break these heroes, but I just don't see it happening. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, and I worry that the AI could, with its absurd amount of resources, completely break the game with it. But for the player's perspective, yeah. Archangels have the same thing. Archangels and Demon Lords are the only ones. But Archangels, as I explained last time, Archangels don't stack very well. I mean, you can do it, but they're meant to lead armies of, paladins or slingers or whatever. They're not really meant to be stacked. Demon Lords, though, they stack really well up to 4. I mean, it's hard to summon all of your demon minions when you've got 4 Demon Lords, but demons don't have a long lifespan. They die in fight. So, yeah, 9 of them, it's like, well, I can't use their primary ability then, but they still shoot, they're still tough, and if they die, well, then the others can start summoning demons. Did it? I bet it did. I bet that term probably made it into every CCG. Yeah, I was big into Magic the Gathering. I was, pretty competitive for a couple of years. But, it was back during Kamigawa Ravnica era. I don't know how many years ago that was. Let me see. That must have been 12 years ago. Right? Would have to have been. Right? 12, 13, something like that years ago. Somewhere around there. Long time ago. Anyway, I'm going to go through their buffs, painstakingly make sure that they have all their buffs. Oh man, she's missing everything. At least until I run out of casting skill. And we'll pick up next time. Yep, came out right after Mirrodin broke their game and they had to ban artifact lands, even within its own block. Like, even when they would do, everyone's playing just Mirrodin, they had to ban it within Mirrodin even. Yeah, I had friends that were trying to get me in it at the time, and they'd show me their deck, and they'd be, yes, I can make a turn 2 kill, and they'd show me, and I'd be like, that's stupid. How's that fun? It wasn't until Kamigawa that I was finally let myself be dragged to the comic shop and play a few games, and I kind of fell in love with it. And I built a deck that was my own deck. Everyone there was just playing the pro decks. Whatever was winning tournaments, that's what people were playing. But I had this deck that I sculpted over a whole bunch of time, and it could go toe-to-toe with it. The best pro decks matchups only had about a 50-50 of beating me. So it was absolutely like, But unfortunately, every time there was anything like a Pro Tour qualifier or anything like that, it would either be limited or more often it would be some kind of legacy or vintage or whatever with old cards. And the power level of those, it's like, oh look, I have my deck that's type 2, legal. And they have decks full of horrible things I've never seen before that can kill me very quickly, because holy shit, what are these combinations of things from like 20 different sets or something? It was crazy. Lorwyn, yeah, that was after Time Spiral. I think that they've revisited Ravnica like twice in the year since I played. I think everyone liked Ravnica. It was an amazing period. But, yeah. Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off, because I gotta go to sleep. Bye.